In this class, I'm going to show you how to add a simple Contact Us page to your site. More importantly, I'm going to show you which plugin makes this task super simple and why I chose this particular plugin for the job at hand. Now, I need to start by saying I'm only mentioning the free plugins found within the WordPress plugin directory. You see, these plugins have to go through a vetting process to make sure that they're free of viruses and malware. That said, there are hundreds of other contact form plugins to choose from that are both free and paid, and not all of them are located within the WordPress plugin directory that I'm going to be demonstrating in this video. So if you do decide to go with a different plugin than the one I'm recommending, just be careful. So if we head on over to wordpress.org, click on plugins, and in the search plugins box, type in contact form and then hit enter. You can see right off the bat, there's a bunch of them to choose from in here. And actually, my favorite is Caldera Forms, but it has a lot of bells and whistles that do require a little bit of a learning curve. And for just a basic Contact Us form, you don't need all those extra bells and whistles. Now, if you're looking for a plugin and you just know nothing at all about it, what I normally suggest you do is to check things out like the reviews. How many reviews there are, how many stars it has, how many active installations there are, and very importantly, to make sure that this plugin has actually been tested with your particular version. And hopefully your version is the most recent one. But if you're just looking for a basic contact form, which is what I'm suggesting in this video, is that you do not need all the extra baggage that comes with these plugins. And to demonstrate further what I'm talking about, if you want to, use a speed testing or performance testing site like gtmetrics.com. Put in your site's URL here, click on Analyze to get a benchmark as to what your site looks like speed-wise before you install any plugins. Then, if you want to do this quick little test, install one of these other plugins, go back to GTmetrix, do a second test to see how that plugin has affected your site's performance. Then, uninstall that plugin and install the one that I'm recommending, called Lightweight Contact Form. I mean, the name says it all. Then go back and do a third test and see how much that particular plugin has affected your performance. I'm pretty confident that when you do that third test, you're going to go with my recommendation. So let's go ahead and install this, and I'll show you how to do that real quick. First off, if we come on back to our site, I want to install a menu here so when my site visitor shows up, they'll be able to quickly see that there's a link they can click on to contact me if they have any questions. So to do that, we want to first create our Contact Us page. Go to Pages, Add New. Just want to give it a quick title. And you can name it whatever you want. I'm just going with Contact Us. And go ahead and publish it. And we'll come back here in a little bit. Next, we want to go to Appearance and Menus to create our menu. Now, this is going to be a very basic menu. But first, I want to go ahead and name my menu. Click on Create Menu. Then click on View All for the pages. And I'm just going to add the home and the Contact Us one we just created. Click on Add Menu and Save Menu. Oh, one other thing. I want to click on the box here to add this to the top menu and then click on Save Menu. Okay, now then we're going to go ahead and head on over to Add New Plugins, and we'll come back here in a second. But first I want to just show you on the page here, on the home page, refresh that. Here's our menu. Let's go to Add Plugins, and in the Search Plugins box, we're going to type in Lightweight Contact Form. And this is the one right here. Go ahead and click on Install Now. And by the way, you can see here that it doesn't have a whole lot of reviews. It doesn't have millions of installations, and yet I'm still recommending it. And you'll see why if you do that test I was talking about. Now click on Activate, and there are no settings. So as far as getting the shortcode to add to our page, we need to actually come on back to the wordpress.org plugins page where that plugin is located at. Go to Installation, scroll down a bit. Right here's our shortcode. I'm going to copy that. Come on back to our Contact Us page and then edit this. We want to add that shortcode in the Text tab. Then go back to the Visual tab to make sure that we didn't copy any additional, what I call ghost code over. That looks good. Click on Update. Now we check this out in our browser. You see it's very plain. That's very basic stuff. Now another thing I want to point out is that Isabel does have some additional styling that you can add by way of CSS. And we click on this link here, it's going to take us to her page where she has some additional guides, not just for the CSS, but for some additional items here in case you want to do some additional customization. And I also want to bring your attention to the comments down here at the bottom where she does cover some additional things like Where do these contact form messages go to? Well, they go to your admin email address that's in your settings. If we come on back to our dashboard and then go into Settings, General, this email address right here. And she goes into detail on why that email address should be associated with the domain name and not one of those free ones like Gmail or Hotmail. So definitely go through some of these comments here to see if any of the questions that they've asked might answer a question you would have. And if not, I'll go ahead and post another question there. Well, that's going to bring us to the end of this class on adding a Contact Us page to your WordPress site and which plugins to use. Thanks for watching, and you have a great day.